I was very glad to see that Steve Wright was the new church developer that was going to speak about new church development, because Craig Williams always threatened that when I left the presbytery, he was going to show a picture of me when our summer staff spent the night at Laguna Beach. It was not a pretty picture. So thank you, Steve. It has been a wonderful run of 21 years. I just can't even begin to thank you all for your support, your love, and your care over these years. There are a few people that I just want to bring out because they're people that have really helped me along the way. Don Roberts was our pastor when we were at Christ Huntington Beach. Don Roberts was always concerned about the marginal poor, especially in South Africa. He also was a great teacher and leader, and the moderator of session, who saw gifts in me that I thought at age 24, there's no way I can do this, but I served on the session at Christ Huntington Beach, and that was my introduction to leadership in the church. Jerry Tankersley was my mentor and model when I was on Committee on Ministry before I ever came to the presbytery. He taught me how to listen and have compassion no matter what the situation, but also to be willing to say the tough things. John Chandler suggested that I should come work for the presbytery. I looked at John and I said, "You have got to be kidding. I know what people think of people who work at the presbytery. I don't want to do that." But he was persistent as only John could be persistent. Nick Aguilar was very surprised when he came to Los Ranchos Presbytery and found out that Tim Hart Anderson was moving on to a new call. And I was, as he put it, going to be his boss. Nick became a mentor and the person who helped me understand the Hispanic community. He always had a listening ear and was always there with wonderful insights. Paul Kim and I were involved together in Korean ministries back in the early 80s. We continue to work together in those ministries. Paul understands both cultures, Korean and Anglo, and helped me to better understand how to work with our Korean churches. The educators of the presbytery have been my support through thick and through thin, always there. These are the people who help to lay the foundation of faith for our children and youth. This is a very special group. The presbytery and our churches need to listen to their voices. They have much to give to the present and the future of ministry. I couldn't have done it without the support of the staff of the presbytery. Elvira, who I always had to find something in the minutes, and Elvira, always with a smile, don't know what she did when I left her room, but she always had a smile. She would always find what I needed, no matter what. Karen was patient when I wanted to spend money, and always willing to work to find out how it could happen. Nothing irregular, of course. Kathy was always there when my computer didn't work, and that was more times than I like to admit. Kathy would come into my office and say, "What have you done now?" And I said, "I have no idea." But she always fixed it, and she always did it with such care and love that I really appreciated that. Maureen, who day in and day out was patient beyond anything I deserved and was able to get work done even when I jumped from one project to another. She has become a special friend to me. I thank her for her patience even when I didn't deserve it. The ones who stood beside me through it all are my family. I am so glad they could all be here today. They have been understanding most of the time. When I said I can't be there because I have a meeting. In a conversation with Jennifer recently, she said, "You won't have that problem in 2010. All of you, and the one who has kept me most honest is Jerry. He's eaten more dinners alone than he should have over the years. But it was when he would say, "Do we need to put a cot in the office?" that I realized I needed to look at my calendar and look at my schedule and be a little more protective of it. All of you have been a blessing to me over the years. And I will never be able to thank you enough for the opportunity to serve in ministry with you over these years. Thank you for this wonderful privilege, and thank you for this time. It's been wonderful to reminisce together. Thank you.